Well, the big week is finally here, but I can't really talk about it, at least not in the way we normally talk about it. On Sunday, the Professional Football Championship will feature last year's champs from Kansas City and a team from Tampa Bay led by the GOAT. You may have heard of him, Tom Brady, who in his first year in Tampa is in position to get his 7th ring. Now, the league controls the rights to the marketing of this game. So far, we haven't been able to get approval to raise quite enough money in student fees so CTV can pay for those rights. So, at least until next year, I can't say the name of the teams, I can't say the name of the conferences, I can't say the name of the No Fun League, I can't say the game is happening on a super weekend day known as Sunday, and I can't even say the name of the event. So, for this segment, let's call the big game being played Sunday the Big Soup Bowl. Now, back to the game. When the two teams met back in Week 12, the reigning champs put on a show in the first half. Tyreek Hill went off for 203 receiving yards with 2 touchdowns in the first quarter alone. But Tampa almost came back in the fourth quarter, losing the game by just 3 points. Now, this matchup is already historic in that Tampa Bay will be the first team playing the big game on their home turf at Raymond James Stadium. And then you have the 5th battle between Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Or, as ESPN analyst Mina Kimes puts it, GOAT versus Baby GOAT. Brady has 6 Pro Football Championship wins and 3 league MVPs in a 20-year span. Let's put that in perspective. We call Green Bay Title Town. They've won 7 championships in the last 60 years. If Brady wins on Sunday, I guess he's officially Title Tom. He's also the winningest quarterback in league history. But then you have Mahomes. He's had a 50-touchdown, 5,000-yard league MVP season, big Super Bowl win, and 2nd championship appearance in just his 3rd year as a starter. Now, Kansas City and their high-powered offense are trying to run it back and repeat as league champs. But they'll have to face Tom Terrific and Tampa's monster defensive line to do it. Now, enough with the lead-up. Let's get into my 3 things to watch out for. We have to start with Tyreek Hill. Now you see right here, Patrick Mahomes back to pass, lofts it over the head of Carlton Davis right into Tyreek Hill's hands, and that's right, Tyreek shoot him the deuce. And again, we have Mahomes back to pass, and this is going to look pretty familiar. Right over the head of Carlton Davis, and Tyreek is going to backflip into the end zone for 6. Now, we all know Tyreek Hill is one of the most explosive players in the NFL, if not the most explosive player. In the last 2 playoff games, he's had 100-plus yard games. In Buffalo last week, he went off for 172 yards. And then in Cleveland, 110 yards. So in Week 12, Tampa Bay tried to stop Hill with Davis in coverage and then some late safety help. But with a player as explosive as Tyreek Hill, late help is often help that comes too late. Now, that was seen in Patrick Mahomes' perfect passer rating against Davis, and Tyreek Hill finished the game with 269 yards. Now, we all know Kansas City has so many weapons. They have Sammy Watkins coming back from injury. They have McCole Hardman. They have Demarcus Robinson. So, I mean, come on, Todd Bowles. Get the man Davis some help over the top. But Hill isn't the only one to watch out for. Travis Kelce is arguably the best tight end in the league. Let's look at the film. Patrick Mahomes back to pass and goes right to Kelce, his go-to man. You know, Kelce is the kind of player you can prepare for, you can plan for, but you just can't stop him, and he is the Chiefs' biggest red zone threat. He's also had over 100 yards in each playoff game the last 2 games. And this season, he broke George Kittle's record for most receiving yards by a tight end with 1,416 yards. So he'll definitely be one to watch for in the game. Now, moving on to my second thing to watch, Tampa Bay's defensive line. Let's go back to last week's game against Green Bay. So right here you see Rodgers is going to get sacked by Shaq Barrett. And he's a very familiar face for CSU players or fans. And anyway, so these two, Jason Pierre-Paul, you'll see him right here. These two are a big reason why this defensive line has been dubbed the Grave Diggers. In this season, they've had 6 players with 3+ sacks. That's tied for 4th in the league. And in quarterback hits, they're tied for 2nd. Now, this defensive line is very good at really attacking the offensive line's weaknesses. And you can see that in these highlights as Green Bay's left tackle was out, and they really just attacked him. And that's going to be big against Kansas City because they have their left tackle, Eric Fisher, out. He blew out his Achilles in the game against Buffalo. And it'll also be interesting to see if they continue to blitz as much as they have been, because Mahomes is the best quarterback under pressure. He has a 132.4 passer rating. And so it'll just be interesting to see who has the edge in this game. Now, moving on, we can't forget about Tampa's offensive weapons and how they'll match up against KC's defense. You can see right here, Tom Brady is going to throw to Mike Evans. He had a 1,000-yard season. And then right here, Brady is going to pass the ball to Chris Godwin, who also had a very good season, 840 yards. And then we go to Scotty Miller. He's a name you don't hear as much, but he's been playing very well. And then we have on the defensive side for Kansas City, Juan Thornhill. He was injured last season, but is back and in good form this season. And we have L'Jarius Sneed right here. He is a rookie cornerback, and he does everything. I mean, you see him sacking the quarterback right there, but he's also the best cornerback on Kansas City's defense with a 53.4 passer rating allowed. And now for those of you going out to local sports bars to watch the game, you may want to rethink your plans. Sports bars are following Larimer County protocol, which is currently allowing only 25% capacity. For places like Crazy Carl's Pizza and Sports Bar, that means just 25 to 30 available seats. So plan ahead if you are going out. Stay safe and stay healthy. And well, that's all for my game preview. Enjoy watching the game on Sunday on CBS, a network that can call the game something other than the big Soup Bowl. Coming up next, the long-awaited return of Down in the DMs. How are we feeling about it over there?
Well, Down in the DMs is coming in hot right after the break. Stick with us.